Welcome to all of you. We're approaching the solar eclipse in Cancer, where we are going to witness somewhere in Nepal and in India and in China the solar eclipse, which the moon will move in front of the sun and create a ring of fire. This ring of fire is happening also on an equinox, which means we have equal day and equal night on the 21st of June, which brings me perfectly to the Chariot, which is the Cancer card, the major arcana Cancer card, right? When we look into this card, this major arcana meaning a big message or a higher self message, and we can see that this is a celestial moment in time and space, perfectly for the mission that we are now entering. Now, as you can see, there is a portal, a celestial portal opening, and the curtain behind there with all the stars and him wearing the crown where the seventh chakra is shining, very focused, right? Now this man or this warrior is very focused because he has to manage with his mind the black and the white, the yin and the yang, the inhale and the exhale. He has to be very focused, very centered. And in some other decks, we have horses now showing the chariot pose, and also here no reins, no connection from the chariot to the horses or to the Sphinx, just the mind, just the focus of your higher self guiding you, celestially guiding you, stepping away from the hustle and bustle of the city, of too many people around you, getting out in nature, being connected to a higher purpose, which is shown here as the center of the sun with the wings, right? Having a vision or a mission greater than yourself to focus on. And then here the red symbol, which is lingam and yoni. For those who don't know what a lingam is, it's your penis, and the yoni is your vagina. It's the Sanskrit word, right, that we use in Tantra. This union that we're building to create the center, to create the higher consciousness that is now coming towards us, right? Then here the belt across his waist, showing all the symbols of all the zodiac signs, right? And this is what's happening. Also, one last, these two half moons on his shoulders, waning and waxing moon, right? The square in the center of his chest. Here he has power over the four elements, and then space behind him, the fifth element, the higher consciousness, right? This is what here is coming towards us next Sunday. And I'd like to show this card because it really brings us, right, the number 7 to the crown chakra, brings us to this higher consciousness. Now, as you saw, we have horses here in this deck, right, of the Light Seer Tarot deck that I'm using, because it's a little bit more modern, right? Some people don't know what to do with this. It's kind of like, all right, here they kind of feel more familiar with it, right? But I want you to see both. Now, what's really interesting is that from the Atlantean cards we got technology picked for this week, for this celestial moment in time, right? And it shows that we master through technology, through the crystals, we master the communication, we master the connection to communicate, to interact, right? The Age of Aquarius is coming now and replacing the Age of Pisces. And the Age of Pisces was more of a raw, masculine energy, and the Age of Aquarius will bring a divine masculine energy, and we all have to help the masculine energy, right? We women particularly, we have to help these men to shift into this new awareness. It's not going to be easy for them, because they're not as in tune with their intuition, right? They're acting more out of an instinct, and they're learning now to listen to a higher purpose, a higher message, which we can see when we look at Nelson Mandela and Gandhi, which was in the video of where I show the Ashvasanchalanasana, the pose of the high lounge, right, which we use sometimes in yoga as a transition pose, right? From here I can step forward. I have to put the technology behind because it's a little windy today and I don't want the card to flip, right? So here again I painted basically the two waning and waxing moon, and here the stars, the constellation of a Cancer, and then here the wings where we're standing on when we do this position, finding a higher cause to step into this awareness, finding a mission, a vision that's greater than ourselves, will give us the wings with the sun as the center, and again the lingam and the yoni as that union. And behind here I have Manhattan, because I lived 17 years in Manhattan, and 17 years is a long time. That's where I started to get into yoga and mysticism, and really learned a lot about the spiritual path, the individual spiritual path that we can take, right? So this is the pose, Ashva Sanchalan Asana, right? So Ashva is a horse in Sanskrit, and we also, when we step into this position, watch my other video where I explain the pose a little more clear in my yoga studio, right, in my yoga room, where when we step into it, it's like a step forward, but we need to focus clearly with our third eye into this new awareness. And then sometimes we step back, right? We have to take a step back to see more clearly, where do I want to go, right? When I step only forward, it's like it's constantly in my face, it's the future. But sometimes I also need to step back, because there is this raw masculine energy that might actually go a little too far in his energy. So he needs to step back and see, wow, I actually went a little too far. I maybe have to apologize, right? And this is what's coming upon us, the awareness to realize when we have not connected to our higher self, when we come from the ego consciousness, when we come from the I that wants to be right, that wants to be the warrior, that just fights for the sake of fighting. And we know the samurais, right? They are very powerful individuals, but they only fight when there is a necessary stepping in to defend the defendless, right? Defend the people that are helpless, that need help. And this is what the Black Lives Matter movement is all about, right? Where we stepping in to give power to the voice of those who have been suppressed, as Nelson Mandela did to fight the apartheid, right? He was 27 years in prison. 27 years. He was fighting, and then became president of Africa, South Africa, or Africa, right? He became the president in the end after 27 years, the number 9 completion. He did 3 times the number 9 into the power chakra, into the solar plexus. And the solar plexus, the soul, the sun is the center of our galaxy. And the center of our galaxy is shooting 70,000 miles an hour through the universe, where all the planets are spiraling around. And we're shooting like we don't even feel it. It's so fast. It's like, it's unimaginable how fast it is, right? Just sit in an airplane, look down and see how fast it goes. Then you look down on the floor, but when you look out, it's like you don't even move. So this solar energy, right, this focus on the center, on this inner third eye consciousness, right, the sun, gives us the power to be this warrior, the warrior that steps in to not only fight for the black lives or the white lives, but to bring them together into union, because we all come from one ancestor. Only the skin has adapted, right? The melatonin has made that we get brown. Our skin protects itself from the sun. So this next Sunday, the 21st of June, we have this tremendous portal, this ring of fire where the moon moves, and I think only moon can move in front of the sun and cover the sun. There's no other planet who can do that. And literally take the light away for a few minutes and make this a clear moment of, here we are as one, all for one and one for all. This is the message for the 21st of June, right? Now, we are going a little bit through a stressful time, and to help you with this, there is an herb, the Indian ginseng, which is called ashwagandha. And ashwa again, the scent of the horse, if you take 500 milligram a day, right, is enough to help you to adapt to stress, right? Stress, that, or anxiety, or even depression, right? This is all symptoms that we're going through right now in this time of great global shift, of great global constrictions, right, through this virus also that we are facing. So if you can, right, order ashwagandha, take 500 milligram per day, and you will, within a week, 2 weeks, you will already find the change within your awareness, right, helping you to cope with this new energy that wants to come in, with this new message, with this new awareness, right, with becoming the mission, becoming the messenger, becoming the Messiah, becoming the one that steps in and is not afraid of anything, like the warrior, right? This is a warrior, simply warrior 1 and warrior 2, warrior 3, 4 and 5. We'll do a video where I show all the warriors through the Ashwa-Sanchalanasana, the high lounge, from the high lounge, either stepping back or stepping forward into these positions, right? So you can understand that there's a peaceful warrior, right? There's a humble warrior, there's a flying warrior. Good. So starting the readings now, so this is the message for all of you, and after that your individual reading will come to help you to see what it is that you need to bring into this world, right? What is your message? What is your part? What is your vision? And live it, right? Become like a messenger, become an inspiration to the people around you, to the community that you are part of, right? And that's really what we are looking forward to now for this coming Sunday on the 21st of June. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste. Welcome, Cancer. This is your reading for the solar eclipse, new moon solar eclipse on the equinox day in Cancer, in your sign. So I'm starting with you, and again, remember you're the Chariot and you're the Queen of Cups. That is your court card, right? I am doing a different reading for this. I moved the cards together from the Good Tarot and the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. So I pre-shuffled, but I'd like you to be part now of the shuffling and me picking cards or taking the cards that are falling down. I'm gonna do 9 cards, right? And whatever flips over, whatever falls out, I'm gonna do 9 cards, place them, and then of course I'm gonna take a picture. And the picture I'm going to put at the beginning so that you can see with me what I'm talking about. But I'm also closer to the camera, so I will put the card that I'm talking about into the field for you to see. There one? No. Okay, 3 more. I have 6 already. So this is your big portal, right? If you watched my video where I explain also the position Ashvasanchalanasana, it would be amazing if you start practicing. Here we go. 1, 2. You got that 10 cards, and we're gonna keep them because I'm gonna use that as the overall energy. Okay. Good. So let me take a moment. I stopped the video and I will take a picture and insert it right now. So as you can see, you have quite a beautiful message. So the overall influence for you is the Hermit. And I decided to do this reading in my yoga room where I have Gandhi and Nelson Mandela in like a modern version. They're dressed like young kids today, right? In hoodies or in like even Nelson Mandela. I will take a picture of them and post it also at the end of the video, or maybe even at the beginning, as that symbolic awareness that this portal is bringing. And this is you, Cancer, right? This warrior. Now, the Hermit, the number 9 is completion. And when you look at this card, you see a lot of keys and this door. And I feel this card is inviting you to find this path, find the key to your door, to your mission, or to your path. Because after that comes the luminous warrior. You're invited to become that warrior and go for the path that is now needed. And it's already, we see it now, right? I mean, it's happening. It's not like it's been happening a long time ago, where people are stepping up and saying, okay, no more this division between black and white. The two, we need the two are equal to move this body, this consciousness forward. Then comes the King of Water. And the King of Water is Scorpio in the court cards. And look at him, he speaks, or he holds, or he looks at the fish, at the subconscious. And the Age of Pisces, as I said, is ending. So you're invited as that warrior to bring a more divine masculine energy into this world, right? You are part of the solution to help all the raw masculine energy, which is the Age of Pisces, to move into the Age of Aquarius, which becomes a divine masculine energy. Now the warrior, remember, the warrior is not someone that forces no one. We cannot force people to become awake. When you look closer to this position, to this card, you see there is a heart forming in front of his chest, right? Emanating, and of course, again, the crown here, the crown chakra, right? Which is the star in your crown, which is the celestial message coming to you on this portal of the 21st of June in Cancer. Solar eclipse, ring of fire, ring of fire. Look, he has this circle of enlightenment around him. He knows clearly what he's doing. And then comes the Earth card. And the same happens here, right? Third eye and crown chakra. Becoming a warrior for the earth, a loving masculine energy protecting the earth. And then comes the Ten of Fire. And as you can see, she is burning written texts, either out of a book, out of a journal, And it's surrounding her. And again, remember the ring of fire. Oh my God. The 10 of fire is the 10 of wands, and 10 of wands is like enough with overburdening yourself or doing too much. But here on this bigger message, this ring of fire, this message to let go of everything that you know and start fresh, right? 1 and 0. The 10, it's the 1 and a 0. You have done your cycle. You have done now 9 and now it's 10. But 10 in the wands, right? We have other 10s, and actually you have another 10 coming. 10 is either enough, I mean, you breaking and it's finished, or it's like this extreme accumulation of something, right? So the 4 elements, 2 are negative and 2 are positive, and here this is one of the negative ones. But this ring of fire, and on that day where the moon is moving in front of the sun, is going to create this tremendous shift within you. Then comes in the center of those 9 cards, the crow. And the crow is the messenger of the truth. Not searching for the truth anymore, but embodying it and living it and being it. And that's in your center. And again, he has that halo behind his head, that vision, that knowing, that really deep connection. Wow. So you are the warrior or the messenger, right, of the truth that now needs to come for those who are suppressed. And the warrior only steps in when help is needed for those who are being suppressed. And he's not doing it to create vengeance or more negative energy in that person that is already negative. He's actually helping the person through a loving energy, to awaken, and the more love, right? So it's this truth coming through a loving, the king of water, the king of emotions, the king of love, to help that person that is so negative and has not been loved to love. So he's not blocking the negativity by more negativity. He's actually doing what here black and white is doing. They counterbalance each other, right? So the more we go into the dark side of our existence, the more we exhale, we're dying. And the more we inhale, it's also not good. We need to exhale again. We need to inhale and exhale, right? Inhale and hold the breath, you will die. Exhale and hold the breath, you will die as well. And then, I mean, it's so beautiful, right? I really love it when these things happen. It's like, then comes love. And it's really love that will help this warrior to, which is Gemini, right? The love is the month of Gemini, which is right now. That month we were fighting, right? For these equal, the 2 pillars, the beast and the beauty and the beast. Unified together. And then comes the 10 of water, the 10 of cups. That's your other 10. Then when we work for the truth, when we are the truth, the 10 of cups, this Buddha, these pearls of wisdom, which have come from love, will make us sit here and just smile, and we don't have to do nothing. We just have to emanate the love. The love is literally like radiating out of you. And again, here are the two colors, the two flowers, the two lotus flowers coming out as that dual energy that we have to become connected to the center. I'm sorry, there's a little reflection happening. I cannot do anything about it, but it's okay. Don't look at it. And then you got another Buddha coming. The smoky mirror. Something tells me here you go beyond what you see on this plane. This is the higher consciousness that we're moving into. Quietening the mind. Diving deep into our consciousness, diving down into the water, which is you, Cancer. You are a water sign. So you have twice this deep inner knowing, this deep inner knowledge of the emotional energies, right, which we struggle. We are extremely struggling with these emotions and feelings, which what makes people go crazy because they're emotionally hurt. So we have to heal this, the conscious, the subconscious, that the Age of Pisces is the deep subconscious that has been programmed for the last 2,400 and 500 years, right? And then comes your last card, the Page of Fire. And the Page of Fire is that youth acting now in this new awareness. This innocent, beautiful child will bring now the new awareness, is growing, right? We have the crystal, the indigo children, then came the crystal children, right? Bringing this new awareness, and again, wants is action, acting. It's the youth that step up and go into the street. It's not the grown person. I mean, they are too, but it's always the students, the young generation that's like, enough, we don't want to continue living like this. I'd like to only clarify with the Light Seer the 10 of Fire card. Why this Ring of Fire or this 10 of Fire is here for you. And immediately this card popped up. So this means we have to heal the wounds of our heart, but it's the 3 of Swords. And it's a world pain. I always say, you know, you can say it's like a triangle, a dramatic triangle between, let's say, two men and a woman, or like two women and a man, or three women or three men, right? To be fair, to allow all versions to have their place. And here I feel it's more like a world pain. Maybe there is like other energies influencing you, maybe your relationship. But remember, swords are thoughts. So here you have this opportunity on this 21st of June where this ring of fire is happening. It's happening in India, Asia, and China, Nepal. Allow those thoughts to leave you, because remember the truth, right? Being the truth, not allowing these emotions to hold your mind. It's a thought, it's not really happening, but it's the world pain. In German it's called Weltsch pain, Weltschmerz. I cannot even say the world, the Welt anymore. My English has. So this is why what you have to release, the mind, the thought of things that have been not working, right? This painful heart. Wow, beautiful message. So again, you are the warrior, the luminous warrior, bringing in love, the masculine, the divine energy for the planet Earth on this day of extreme portal, the portal that's opening, so that you can be the truth, not seeking but becoming and being the truth, so that love between duality becomes one, so that then these higher consciousness, these Buddhists, right, that are sitting here and connecting to a world within them, so you can start a new path, a new energy, a new active energy. Thank you for watching. Namaste.